How good is this guy?
How good is this guy?
I really don't know.
5 years. But this season, I do believe that he will get you at least 35 goals. Break. Welcome on sports fans, welcome back to another very special episode. I'm your host Joe Mar.
I'm Rush.
And this is This or That Sports TV, the place you guys come to get the best, most interesting and riveting sports topics, discussions and debates on the internet.
Yes, my people, but before we get into today's video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to this video. And one more thing I want to know if you do, tell them bro.
Share the video. If each one of you guys, or our beloved subscribers, can share the video to at least 10 people and get us at least 5 subscribers, do you know how many subscribers that would get us by the end of the day?
Yeah, bro, and it's time again for the Premier League show. You know what we do the Premier League show every single week, bro. We can't leave it out.
It's a must.
So, this is what we're doing today. It's a weird week though.
Yeah.
It's a weird week. We're going to be talking about 2 game weeks in one.
Yeah, and it's a fair schedule, because normally we'd be focused on 10 games, but this week there's 20 games to cover. And obviously limited time that we have, we won't be able to dissect each and every one of them. But I'm not upset, because within the span of 7 days we'll be seeing 3 Premier League games, bro, per team. What more can you ask for?
I love it as a fan.
Yeah.
I love it as a fan, and even in terms of working purposes, bro, it gives us more to talk about.
Sure.
So I have no problem with it. But let's dive right into it, bro, because we have 20 games to talk about. We probably, we some topics in there, some standout topics in there, so we'll obviously spend more time on those.
Yep.
But let's get right into it. In game week 4, Saturday early morning, 7:30, Southampton versus Manchester United. Manchester United came out with a 1-0 win. Bro, I said it when they got that win against Liverpool, that a bounce is coming. I just felt that this was the part where Manchester United was going to put a run together and start to win some games. I didn't think that their poor form would last much longer, and it turns out that it seems as if that's what's happening right now. What say you on Manchester United beating Southampton?
They didn't play an amazing game.
Not at all. I'm yet to see an amazing game from Man U.
So I kind of disagree with you about that quote-unquote bounce, because getting good results doesn't mean an improvement in play. Like, they played Southampton, a team that but many believe might be a relegation candidate. Only managing to come out with a 1-0 win. So I wouldn't necessarily say a bounce, but a couple good results on the trot for Manchester United. As we saw with the week after that, seeing that we're talking about Manchester United, where they played Leicester and managing to beat them again. So, I think they improved their performances in the subsequent game, and that might reflect the bounce that you speak about. But in the Southampton game, I wouldn't necessarily say.
Bro, the thing is, the football will come. I think Ten Hag is a good coach. And the good football that Manchester United fans want to see will come eventually. Hopefully it doesn't come, because I don't want it to come. But I think it will come. But what a good team in the Premier League can do is get results even when you're not playing well.
Yeah.
And that's a very important thing for Manchester United. And they're getting their results. It's 3 games on the bounce, 3 wins. I feel like the poor in form is over, and hopefully Arsenal can stop them in them tracks. Hopefully. But let's move on. Brentford Everton 1-1, pretty straightforward. Not much to talk about. That is a fair result, what you would expect from a game like that, a board game. So not much to talk about. Brighton beating Leeds 1-0.
Brighton beating Leeds. This is a game of 2, I think, dark horse candidates to perform better than expected. And I think ultimately Brighton, with what they were building on from last season and what they managed to have this season despite losing a few of their better players, are managing to do very well in the Premier League and managing to beat Leeds, considering that Leeds have started the way they've started, and big ups to Brighton, bro.
Yeah, and the thing is, bro, with Brighton, it's one of those teams that you want to say what you're getting, but they always seem to to outdo expectations. So you expect them to be just a mid-table team at 10, 11, 12, and then they somehow, they're in that top half of the table, pushing some teams, getting some results of bigger teams. And that's what's good about Brighton. I like Brighton as a team, not a fan, but I like Brighton as a team. They have a very good coach, and I think they're 1 or 2 signings away from pushing on those Europa League spots. I really think so, because they're a really good team.
I think they're a bit further away than 1 or 2 signings, and I think they're a solid team. I think the coach has them playing well, but I still do believe that they are overperforming, in my opinion. I still genuinely, based on the talent that they have, I do believe that they are not at the level. Besides McAllister, probably Trossard's a very good player. Sanchez, the goalkeeper. I don't really think they possess the quality to be contending with Europe at this
point. No, not yet. But I'm telling you, a couple years ago, they were in the top 4 for a minute, and they just fell off just because they don't have the talent. Last season, they were still good, taking points off some bigger teams. This season, Brighton is very good, bro. So I wouldn't be surprised. Obviously, they didn't make any blockbuster signings in this transfer window, but I just feel like there are a couple players.
They didn't make any blockbuster signings, but they lost 2 big players, bro.
This is true. That's true.
That's how it normally goes for teams of that level.
Yeah. Next game, Chelsea versus Leicester.
Leicester, and Leicester did not have a good week. I just spoke about Leicester losing to Manchester United on was it game week 5 on Thursday. In the very last game of the game week, they also suffered a loss to another more traditional team. Chelsea beating them 2-1. And speak about the standout performance.
Bro, Raheem Sterling arrived to the party, bro. He's arrived. 2 goals in this game.
Yeah.
Chelsea fans, again, be excited. I feel like Raheem Sterling looks alive. He looks rejuvenated. Looks like he wants to be there. And Chelsea made some smart signings on deadline day, bro. And I feel like you see that prediction that you made for Chelsea?
Yeah.
I feel like no.
It's more of a possibility.
It's more of a possibility than at the start of the season.
But then again, the team that you predicted to take that spot, bro. The team that you predicted to take that spot, and that's a perfect segue. Tottenham. Managing to handle business very, very professionally.
Tottenham just putting those results together.
Yep.
And those performances together. They're not where they want to be, because Tottenham is not playing great football by any stretch of the imagination. But at the same time, they're not playing awful football, and they're just putting some wins together. Their most recent game wasn't great. I guess we can just talk about the 2 weeks in one. Their most recent game wasn't great. They drew with West Ham 1-1.
Yeah.
And I know some Tottenham fans were unhappy with that result, because they should have dealt with that. They should have dealt with West Ham. And this is what you're going to get from Antonio Conte. Ugly football. So whenever you match up with a team that can deal with that, and your Hurricanes or your Suns or your Kulusevski is not having a great game, you're going to struggle. Because that's what Antonio Conte is looking for. Those standout performances, and not great team.
And just to bring it back to Chelsea, we just spoke about them just now. Suffering an upset defeat to Southampton recently in their second game of this, we'd say just a combined week, their second game against Southampton. So Manchester United managing to brush Southampton aside, not to barely brush Southampton aside, and Southampton managing to upset Chelsea. That's the thing about the Premier League, bro.
Yeah, bro. And this is what we love. You don't know what you're going to get, and any team can beat any team on any given day. That's what we love about the Premier League, the best league in the world.
Yeah, but to go even further, 3 from 2 from Raheem Sterling. So we did say he started in the previous game where they managed to get the win. In a losing effort, still managing to beat Southampton, still managing to score against Southampton.
True.
So, as you said, Raheem Sterling has arrived to the party, right?
Yeah, and arriving to the party, perfect segue again. Liverpool has arrived to the party. 9! Bournemouth, 0. Bro, I feel like that Manchester United loss woke up Liverpool. Because what the hell, we were watching that game and it was just goal after goal. I remember you saying to me, bro, you think it's going to be 5? You think it's going to be 6? You think it's going to be 7? You think it's going to be 8?
And at one point you were like, alright, that's 7.
Yeah, alright, that's 7. That's 8.
And people, watch our fantasy video when you release it. This game has so much implications in our fantasy, I can't wait to speak about it.
Yeah,
but 9, bro. And I think they could have easily gotten the record.
Yeah.
They could have easily gotten the record. They missed very good goal scoring opportunities.
Bro, they won the game 9-0, and I could for sure see this game being 10 and 11. For sure, easily. So, Liverpool.
Salah missed on the goal most. And keep in mind, Liverpool scoring 9, Salah not getting a single goal in the 9.
Or an assist. or an assist, which is kind of crazy for Mohamed Salah. But yeah, even in their next game, because we're combining, they played Newcastle, not quite living up to the same performance.
Skin off their teeth.
Yeah.
But
and some people would say, clap time, bro.
Well,
what?
No.
Bro, 8 minutes at the time, fam. And getting the goal in the final minute. The ref could be pushing it, bro. I'm not saying that, but I understand if some people say that the ref was pushing it.
Yeah, when I saw it, and I saw the goal in the 90+8, because we had to leave before the game was finished, and we thought it was 1-1, game over. 90+8, I was like, yeah, well, Newcastle get robbed. But then, in the grand scheme of things, the official. I was about to say the officials know what they're doing.
They don't know what they're doing.
Do they know what they're doing, bro?
They're so poor, and I don't want to go on a rant, But what are these officials doing in the Premier League this season? I've seen like at least 5 serious dodgy calls in the Premier League so far. Where I'm saying, oh, that's a sure offside. Oh, that's a sure. It's almost like the man manipulate the lines, bro. Or they're just deciding when to give penalties and when not to give penalties.
And we talk about this.
It's crazy.
So Arsenal managed to beat Fulham 2-1. The first gutsy performance of the season. Right? And I think we needed that gutsy win against Fulham. A mistake by Gabriel, the centre back. Uncharacteristic. But they did not drop their heads. They did not roll over, because an Arsenal a year or two ago would get 3. Mitrovic score a hat-trick and Fulham would just run away with the game. Not because they're better in quality, but because or inexperience or youth and lack of confidence in some sense would overtake us after making that mistake. But with the additions of the Gabriels, and you say these guys are veterans, because they are, but they're still so young. But veterans like Zinchenko are not playing, but he's around the team. Gabriel, these players rallied.
Yeah,
and they managed to put in a performance.
And the same player, as an Arsenal fan, I needed to see this performance. Just to give me some confidence and know that Arsenal can grind out performance, grind out results.
Yes, sir.
The same player that made the mistake, bro, Gabriel Magalhaes, he turned up in the other box to get the winning goal.
And you talk about experience. He's one of those more quote-unquote mature players. Still so young, but he's a mature figurehead in that dressing room.
This is true. And in the next game, Arsenal played, bro, Aston Villa.
Yeah.
Again, Arsenal, mistake at the back. I don't know what those refs saw, but I guess it's a mistake at the back at this point. Because they didn't call the foul, so I guess we have to blame Aaron Ramsdale. Personally, I don't think it should be fair, but they say it's not a foul.
Well, to be honest, what are your thoughts of goalkeepers having somebody at the front post? Especially with the quality of set-piece kicking in today's football.
Bro, the thing is,
it has to happen. Tomiyasu started on the post, and he left his post, and the ball curved in.
Bro, Tomiyasu could have gotten to the ball.
If Tomiyasu was at the post, he would have gotten to the ball.
I think he still could have gotten to the ball, but the ball was so close that, okay, Aaron Ramsdale is going to get this ball. It seemed as if Tomiyasu left the ball. But the thing is, you can't be holding onto the goalkeeper. You can't be holding onto any player unless you have the ball.
Yeah.
You have the ball at your feet, okay, you're shielding your man or whatever, but you can't wrap your arms around the goalkeeper. Of all persons, I don't get it. But Arsenal still managed to grind out this result again.
Yeah,
a 2-1 over.
And we showed resiliency, bro. We came right back and we were like not holding our heads down. Yeah, we might have been hard done by, whatever may be the case. We come back and we strike, and Gabriel Martinelli, a wonder kid, bro.
Having a really good season so far. And all the Gabriels having a really good season,
all
bro.
the Gabriels.
Jesus, my God, when is he going to stop? When is he going to stop? I love this guy. But the next game, Manchester City versus Crystal Palace, 4-2. Crystal Palace, bro, a really good team. None of us said that this team would be the surprise package this season.
But so far they have been.
They have been the surprise package, bro. And Patrick Vieira, man, getting these guys to play some really good football. In this 4-2 game, they gave Man City a real fight. Yeah. And Man City, had it not been just for the sheer class of Erling Haaland, Man City would not have gotten this result. I really do believe that. If it was last year, playing this very game with this very team, if it was the same team coming over to this season, if they didn't have Haaland, I don't think they would have won this game.
For sure.
Definitely not 4-2.
Yeah, bro.
And Haaland get back in a hat-trick. How much better? How good is this guy?
How good is he?
I really don't know. How good is Erling Haaland. And the next game they played, I want to talk about this game. They gave Nottingham Forest 6-0. And some would say that Liverpool riled them up.
Bro, I predicted 6. I genuinely predicted 6 because after Liverpool stomping of Bournemouth, Man City had to have something to say about that. I knew they were going to. It was as if I could have, it was as if I saw it coming, bro. Like, Liverpool did what they did and Manchester City was like, okay, yeah, we have to do it. And we see this every season.
It's like, hold my glass, dude. Like,
we
hold my glass.
We see it, bro. Like, we've seen it in seasons past where Liverpool just drop a 5 and Man City's like, okay, we'll drop a 5 too. Obviously, I don't think they were going to go 9, right? But I knew that they were going to put on another assertive performance.
Back-to-back hat-trick.
Too much balls, bro.
That's good. Really and truly, I need somebody to tell me because I really don't understand. Could this guy turn out to be like, could his peak be the highest in the Premier League ever? I don't know if his longevity is going to happen because I heard the other day that Dortmund included a clause in his contract that Man City must sell him after a few years. And I guess that's how they would benefit from the deal because they only got him for $51 million pound. So I don't know if he'd get to play at Man City for the next 10 years. But his peak, bro, could this guy? What are the goal prediction? Let me put you on the spot and see what.
All right. I'm not going.
We've been having this
I'm
conversation.
not going to go ahead and give you a goal prediction over like say his 5 years, but this season I do believe that he will get you at least 35 goals, breaking the record.
If it was an above or under, I would definitely say above 30.
Oh my goodness!
I would say above 30 goals, bro. But
if it was over or under, I would go under still.
Under 30 goals, but you're predicting
under 35.
No, I'm saying over under 30.
Definitely. He's scoring 30 goals, bro.
Yeah.
He's definitely scoring
in the Premier League.
He's definitely scoring 30 goals.
Whew.
Do you think he's scoring 55 goals out of competition?
55 is a lot, but I definitely think he's scoring 45. I think he's scoring 45. I can see that happening because Man City is going all the way in all the competitions.
Yeah, and I can see him scoring. I can see him scoring 35 Premier League goals, 15 Champions League goals, 4-5 Cup goals.
Yeah, I can see it. Yes, bro. I feel like we ran through all of the results and we gave a fair assessment. But let's talk about one player.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the result, but a player. Alright, we can talk about the games. Fulham, bro. Yes, they played Arsenal and they lost that game, but then they came back against Brighton. That was a very good game, by the way. I was watching that game. Very, very good game. Mitrovic. Again, how good is this guy?
How good is
Because I feel like we're still a lot of people. You are definitely not because you have him. You bought in his stock.
Yeah.
And it's rising right now. How good is Mitrovic?
Bro,
we're judging him on 2 seasons ago.
I think late bloomer is the word to define Alexander Mitrovic. It's a late bloomer. I think he's finally coming to his own, and I think he's pumping with confidence, being the all-time record-getting goal scorer in the EFL Championship. And I think he's just riding off that energy, and I think he'll ride that energy straight to the back end of the season, earning himself a big-time move next summer.
Big-time move?
Big-time move for sure.
Who?
Probably Germany, probably Spain, probably England. Definitely earn himself a big time move. Will he score? Alright, let's do an over and under 20 goals.
Over and under 20 goals? Under. I'm going to say under 20 goals.
Under?
Because coming into the season, though, if it was 15, I'd say over. I feel like coming into the season, I said 10 to 15. And I feel like 12 would have been a safe number. But the way he started, bro, I have to definitely go more than 12. But I'm not going to.
For me, there was no way 12 was ever going to be a safe number for Mitrovic, bro.
Yeah.
No way.
So over under 20?
Over 20.
Over 20?
Yeah, I think.
Let's do some over and under.
I think he's going to score 20 goals.
Bro, I feel like that's you found it a while ago. Let's do some over and under. Over and under 20 goals.
Let's have an next video.
Want to do that?
Yeah.
Alright, people, look forward to that. I feel like we're going to run it up right there. So we've been running for a minute.
Which other games? Wolves played Newcastle. They were held to a 1-1 draw. And, Leeds not having the greatest of weeks. Managing to lose their first game to Brighton and then drawing 1-1 with Everton, which I think they should be doing better. Rodrigo, bro, gone 2 games without scoring. What's going on? Is the world ending?
Bro, you have some fast starters in hand. That's what I like to watch for a good 5, 6, 7 weeks to see how the league is. Because some people start hot, bro, and some teams start hot. But it's going to balance itself out.
Yes,
but before we leave, bro, let's run through the table real quick. So Arsenal is sitting pretty at the top of the table and 2 points ahead of Man City in 2nd place, Tottenham in 3rd, Brighton in 4th, Manchester United in 5th, Liverpool in 6th, Leeds in 7th, Fulham 8th, Southampton 9th, Chelsea 10th, Brentford, Newcastle, Palace, West Ham, Nottingham Forest, Bournemouth, Everton, Wolves, Aston Villa sitting in the relegation zone with just 3 points.
And
Leicester at the bottom of the table.
Are Leicester going back down?
Ooh. I feel like we're going to see Leicester in the bottom half of the table for sure.
For sure we're seeing them in the bottom half of the table.
But Aston Villa, be careful. Be careful.
Chopping block.
And they have Man City.
By the way, Bournemouth's coach shouldn't have been fired.
No, madness. Absolute madness. He wasn't given a fair chance. I don't like the sacking of Scott Parker. But bro, as I said, we can run it out.
For sure.
People, this is our Premier League. It's always so good to talk about the Premier League. We love watching and talking about the Premier League.
When we start getting more traction, more notoriety, we start the live and talk about it for hours, bro.
Yeah. Because we want to talk for longer.
Exactly.
But we have to keep it. You see, because we want to know, watch it.
Yeah,
we have to keep it concise. But yeah, people, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe to this or that Sports TV. But how you want them to share the video though?
I want them to share the video to 10 people at least.
10?
And ensure that
you have a 10?
I want them to share it to 10 or more.
Alright.
But ensure that at least 5 subscribe.
Alright.
So if you have to take the phone and subscribe for 5 people, do that. Because if each one of you guys can get us 5 subscribers, you know how many subscribers that will get us? By the end of the day.
Yeah, people. But for now, this or that Sports TV.